Welcome to this special episode, very special episode of Anchored. We're going to have a Q&A session today. I asked some folks on Instagram, all of my followers on my personal account and on Anchored's account, what kind of questions do you have for myself and for the show? It's going to be a huge stream of consciousness. You're going to get a very special access peek look into what goes on in my brain. As somebody with ADHD, it's exhausting. Have you ever been on a boat? Like a small boat? I was back in the Seattle area and I was going to my friend Kate's house, and our friend Brian came and we went crabbing in their backyard on the water, not in the actual yard. That was the first time I've ever been crabbing, first and only, and I remember I reeled one in, I brought one in, it pinched me, and so my first reaction was just to fling it just as far as I could, and I used all of the skills I learned in 8th grade track when I threw the discus to launch that crab into, I don't know, the next iteration of The Little Mermaid. Question number 2. Will there be guests in the future? Yes. And actually, this upcoming week, I have a guest for that episode, so tune in for that. But in the future, we will be having more guests as I miss people a lot, and this global pandemic is really, really hurting for those who prescribe to Myers-Briggs, my ENFP style. 3rd question, okay. What's your favorite D&D class? I don't play Dungeons & Dragons, but I would assume my favorite class would be D&D 101, because I would learn about Dungeons & Dragons. Okay, next few cues. Just gonna cue up those cues. Best pizza. Yeah. I feel like this is a very controversial question to ask in Rhode Island. I will say that I prefer thin slice, not deep dish, not thick crust. And I know that's going to rub some of the caserta fans the wrong way, but I will eat it. Like, I will not say no to casertas, but I do prefer thin slices. My go-tos when I get pizza, I would say Pizza J. A nice slice, Fellini's. I don't know if there's an S on the end of that. For best kind of pizza, this is very controversial, even more than asking what the best pizza in Rhode Island is, and that is, do pineapples belong on pizza? I am so pleased to announce that my favorite kind of pizza is pineapple and pepperoni. So, I think I lost like half viewers when I said that. Okay, next question. Why do only some police cars use low-tone sirens and some continue to use high-pitched? That is a wonderful question. I don't know the answer to that. Another question. Best coffee. I have 3 go-to spots here downtown Providence. If I'm in a rush, if I just need a hit of caffeine, I will go to Cafe La France on Empire Street. If I'm getting, like a midday nice coffee, I will be going to Small Point Cafe on Westminster. And when I'm feeling bougie, like I just like want add a little to my day, I will go on to Washington Street and I will get some coffee at Bolt Coffee. They also had, I don't know if they still have it, but they had this breakfast sandwich. Was it breakfast? No, it was just a regular sandwich that I would order for breakfast. It had this like spicy mayo or condiment on it, and it lit me up. This is my favorite part of this video, is that I have no more questions. Okay, so more questions. Oh, you know what? For more questions, visit that like 32 questions to make somebody fall in love with you list. It's a little manipulative, but I love it. I love it. Thank you. Oh, 36. I was close. That was my second guess. Before making a telephone call, do you ever rehearse what you were going to say? That would require me to pick up the phone and actually call somebody, but no, low stakes. If I say the wrong thing, if I mess up a word, I ramble anyway, as you're listening to. So no, I don't rehearse. Take 4 minutes and tell your partner your life story in as much detail as possible. Well, on the day I was born, my mom had me. 46 minutes later, she had my sister, and she didn't know she was going to have my sister. And that is how the world began. No, I'm not God. And I've never read the Bible. Is there something that you've dreamed of doing for a long time? Why haven't you done it? I swear that I'm the biggest / only Seattle Mariners fan in Rhode Island. So I'm also just a huge baseball fan. So one of my dreams is to go to all of the major league ballparks in the country. And I have down 5 so far. I've been to Safeco now, T-Mobile, Petco in San Diego, Coors in Denver. I've been to Target Field in Minnesota, and I've been to, Fenway. I would say out of all of those, I like Target Field was really cool. So what I've dreamed of doing is going to all the ballparks. The question, why haven't you done it? This cute little thing, you might have heard of it. It's the global pandemic. Last question. When did you last sing to yourself? To someone else? Well, that's romantic. When the last time I sang to myself was probably in my car. Not very good, but I turn my music all the way up and I just jam out to anything that I'm listening to. And so probably in my car on one of my mini trips to Target. And the last time I sang to somebody else, yeah. Okay, well with that, I am done with questions. Thank you for tuning in. Please follow us on our Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, all those accounts. Aside from YouTube, they're all at Anchored the Show. YouTube is Trailblaze Marketing. And other than that, I hope you guys have a stellar, whatever part of the day you are watching this at. Have a stellar one of those. Okay, I was supposed to wave and it got a little awkward because halfway through I forgot what I was doing. Okay. Perf.